Take a look at this video from our Way 31 Sky Tracker. The heavy rain moved out days ago, but what's left behind is causing major issues for homeowners in the Shoals. Thanks for joining us. I'm Dan Schaefer.
And I'm Way 31 News anchor Naja Sherman reporting live from Colbert County, where I spent the day talking to people hit hard by the mass flooding, forced to evacuate their homes. Way 31's Brooke and Terry has also been covering the aftermath for the last several days. She's in the Nathan Estates area, another area hit extremely hard. And Brooke, I don't think I'll ever forget that image of seeing you float through the neighborhood in your kayak. A lot of people have had to do that just to get around their area, but I understand the water is now starting to recede.
Well, over in Nathan Estates, the water is actually not starting to recede. As a matter of fact, it's actually gotten a little bit higher there on Mary Ellen Drive. But where I'm at right now on Roosevelt Avenue, the water has receded, and now residents here are ripping out drywall, trying to stop mold from growing inside of their homes. In some of these homes, water got up at least a foot, if not a little bit more. And now you can see they're pulling all of their belongings out that were touched by these floodwaters, and it's starting to line the streets here on Roosevelt Avenue. And as these residents start to clean up, they're hoping that the president will sign a FEMA disaster declaration in the hopes of getting some help in here.
Still a lot left to be done.
We caught up with Terry McGregor on Sunday and had to use a large truck to get to his house. Now the floodwaters have gone down and he's no longer having to use this boat to get to his house.
Of course, it's been kind of a cleanup process since they've cut the drywall and stuff out. It was a huge mess in here earlier.
His church family stepped up to help McGregor and his family rip out drywall and cabinets.
They are putting what's in the Bible into action. You know, it's one thing to talk about it and quote it back, but it's a whole lot of another thing to actually put it into real life. And that's what they've been doing for me, and I am so grateful.
While McGregor is cleaning up from the floods, state emergency management officials spent the day in Colbert County surveying flood damage to homes and other places.
We're also looking at the infrastructure damage to some of the roads, the parks, and things like that, just to get a good initial assessment of what the impacts to this flooding event have been. A
lot of people who have damage in their homes from floodwaters don't have flood insurance. Officials tell us we must meet a threshold of $7.2 million statewide in order to ask the president to sign a FEMA declaration, which could open up funds to help individual counties, cities, and even individual homes.
We have to show that the impacts are more than the community can do.
McGregor, who doesn't have flood insurance because he's not in a flood zone, hopes the federal government will step in and help the Shoals recover from this.
I would hope the president would sign this, and that what the EMA and the different ones are trying to accomplish would be effective and get people some help.
Now, just within the last couple of hours, Colbert County Emergency Management now has an online form up on the County Commission's website where people can go in there and fill out that form that has just a limited number of questions about the damage to their homes. Now, they've got to collect all of these damage reports, then send them off to the state emergency management officials in the hopes of getting a federal declaration signed by the president. Lauderdale County is also asking people to just directly call emergency management officials with their damage reports. Now, we have links on our website at waytv.com to that online form, as well as the phone number you can call if you're in Lauderdale County and have damage as well. Live in Muscle Shoals, Brooke and Terry, Way 31 News.